Heyo, what is up, my people? How you been? How you doing? And if you're new, welcome. I'm your host, the friendliest face in the game, the man of the hour, the boy wonder himself, Kid Ka-Ching. And this is the Brinks Stop, where the money drops off. So today, on this episode, it's going to be a little quick. Basically, we're going to go over in this episode, we're going to talk about the different things, or mainly 3 things that you can do, whether you're a new investor into cryptocurrency or you're a seasoned investor into cryptocurrency. 3 things that you can do to basically exponentially grow your portfolio and ensure that you are getting the most gains out of everything that you're doing. So before we do that, as you guys can see, we're already at CoinMarketCap. So recently, as we get closer to the CBOE decision in this later half of the month of September, even though it just started, the fluctuation of Bitcoin keeps going up and up. So we're having higher highs, higher lows. As you see, the overall market cap, 237 billion. Then Bitcoin, as you see, is already at 7,200. So probably going to keep increasing to 8,000. At least I hope. So yeah. And then if you go over here, actually, the Coin 360. Bitcoin up 0.83%. A lot of stuff is pretty much in the green and red, as you can see. So a lot more green there than there really is red. But overall, the prices are looking really good, just stellar. And yeah, I can't say, I don't know. I can't say what will happen personally. Look, personally, guys, I think that when the end of the month comes, I think that the CBOE ETF will be passed. I do not think that they'll say, oh, we'll postpone this to 2019. I do not think that they'll deny it. I think it'll be passed because they have done everything in their power to make sure it's a go. And so that's just my opinion. But yeah, anyway, moving on, guys, moving on. So if we're going to talk about these 3 things that you can do, the first thing that I would like to talk about is basically never investing more than you can afford to lose. So when I say never investing more than you can afford to lose, that doesn't mean that, oh, should I be careful every time I invest because I'm going to lose it? Like, no, you shouldn't go into the market scared like, oh, am I about to lose it if I put this little money in? No, that is not what I'm saying. I'm saying, let's just give a quick example. If you have $1,000 in the bank, don't overextend yourself and put $800 in a cryptocurrency because you're like, oh, well, I know this coin is going to go up to the moon and I know this coin will do well next year. Because the reality of the matter, it might be a great coin, but that doesn't mean that it's going to perform like that overnight. It doesn't mean that you'll get your 10x, 100x, whatever gains overnight or within a week or even in a month. So you have to keep in mind, a lot of this money, it is tied up. And especially if you do cryptocurrencies that you have to stake so that you get your rewards, you're definitely going to want to have your money in there so that you're getting your tokens and stuff coming back to you in your residual income. Because if you don't, if you take it out, then what's the point of even investing? So there's that, you're losing your passive income. But overall, it's just when you overextend yourself, you're definitely way more stressed than usual. You're always just focused on what's going on in the market rather than you could be focused on whatever else is in your life, being productive, making more money in your outside job, whatever. And at the end of the day, it's just not healthy to have too much invested because you have too much invested. You might have bills that come up. You might have an emergency that might pop up. I don't know. Anything could happen to where you might need that money. So if you're putting too much money into the markets, that's no-go, guys. So too much money. And again, I'm not saying that you guys will lose this money. I'm not saying that you could double, triple, quadruple, whatever amount of your money. I'm just saying that you can't do that. I'm just saying too much money in the market, that's not a good idea in the short-term look at things. Not in the long scope, but in the short-term look. So that's point 1. Point number 2, this is actually a really good point. Point number 2, never chase the pump. Never FOMO. So, let me think about one cryptocurrency that we can do. Honestly, I don't want to really keep going back to ones I always do. What has been one that's really pumped? Oh, I got a good one for you. I got a good one. So, in these last weeks while I've been gone, I've really been catching up on my research and making sure that I've got everything ready for the channel. And one of the coins I've actually really been looking into is Walton Chain. So Walton Chain, they're basically doing decentralized ecosystem, and they're going to be using RFID chips in order to bring blockchain to the business world. And one of the things I like about the RFID thing is you can apply RFID to pretty much everything. And man, that's what they're focused on. And honestly, if you guys know about VeChain will be using the RFID chips from Walton Chain in their devices and their blockchain technology. So that is also a good thing. So as you can see right now, Walton Chain is 466. Around $1.67.
Again?
$1.67.
What'd you say?
$1.67. Not a dollar. It's up a 1.67%. But if you guys have been following Walton Chain, or if you know about Walton Chain, I think we can do those I don't know if the 7-day will work or if the month will work. Nah, let's do the month. The month is better because I think it was later in the beginning of August. Yeah. So if we look, so look at this, guys. So we have Walton Chain, August 14th, 212, 217. I think it went down. Yeah, there we go. The lowest, 195. So as you guys can see, it went to 195. And as of recently, Walton Chain has gotten to a high of 554. And that was like at the end of August 31st. So what I'm saying is by not chasing the pump. So yeah, if you missed out, guys, if you missed out getting in on the bottom, because clearly that's the bottom of Walton Chain, nobody can say that it won't go back to that price, but it's very unlikely. And the fact that a lot of people like chase this pump up and up and up. So again, when you're chasing pumps, it doesn't really do anything for you except for you losing money. Because think about this: if you were to have bought Walton Chain at 5 or 475, or okay, 475, you made your money. But if you had chased it when it was in the $5 range, you'd lose your money because right now it's 466. And now that's not to say that Walton Chain won't go up, because I'm pretty sure Walton Chain's had all-time highs around what? I don't get off. $37, $42. So even still getting in at like $4, $5, that's a good price in the long term perspective. But right now, like as the months go on and we're headed into December, you want to really look at which coins or which tokens are best that you could not only invest as much money as you can without being overextended, but so that you can get the most multipliers when the bull run does come. So obviously Walton Chain is more expensive than Ontology, which is in like the 220 to 260 range. Cardano, which is in like the 10-cent range. So many, like Walton Chain, I think 126. There's so many other good projects out there that are actually like really like not as expensive as Walton Chain. But I'm saying if you guys really chase the pumps, then you're just losing money. And at the end of the day, when you chase a pump and then you pump like it gets to its highest that it will pump. So for the Walton Chain, and went to 522 recently, once it gets to there, or 535, once it gets to there and it drops, then you'll feel really bad. You'll be like, maybe I'll sell, cut my losses. And that's just not a good cycle to repeat, because you just keep on chasing the pump, you keep on getting to the high, you keep on getting shorted. You're like, shit, no, I did not do this, whatever, I'm selling, cut my losses. And at the end of the day, you're just losing money. So that actually is what brings us to the last point number 3. So do your own research, guys. And I know you guys always hear about, do your own research. So the do your own research is not just to say like, just go into Twitter, go into Instagram, or listen to the YouTubers talk. Because again, we're not financial advisors, so we're not advising you to do it. This is just our opinions, and these are friendly discourses. So when you're sitting here and hearing us talk about it, this is from our own research, but you might find something that we might have missed in our research, or you might just not agree with what this project is doing or where this project is headed, or overall you just might not like what this project is trying to do. So when I'm saying that, so think about this. When you guys do your research, that doesn't mean listen to YouTubers, go on Twitter. That means actually go onto these websites where these projects have. So say for instance, if I wanted to go to Walton Chain's website, click on their website on CoinMarketCap. But I actually have 2 pulled up. These are the ones I've been researching recently. So Mainframe. So just pull it up. See what the project, this is Mainframe and Mainframe token, just pull it up, guys. And honestly, when I first started, I really was not into reading white papers, because I was like, it's going to be way too much work. I'm not trying to sit here and take notes. But honestly, the more I've been researching the white papers, the more I've been learning about these projects, the more I've been learning how the blockchain technology is connected to not only the world, but like these projects are really connected to each other in certain ways. And most of all, is just the more you read about blockchain technology and these projects, the more you'll learn about this space, and the more you'll be able to make wise investment decisions as you're moving along. So as you can see here, Mainframe, they only have a 35-page white paper, and that's not bad. Now there are some long ones, like take for instance Ontology. this is 36. This is 36 pages. But for one ontology, this is just their introductory white paper. They have an ecosystem white paper and they have a technology white paper. So that's 3 different white papers you have to read to get the whole scope of ontology. Same with Neo. I think Neo has a crazy long one. There's others I heard. I think Cardano, they have a crazy long one. But yeah, just if you go, even VeChain, I think VeChain has a ridiculously long one too. But yeah, it's just, if you read these white papers, you'll go in and like they have it listed out, like what they do, like what their purpose is. Like here you see ontology, the trust ecosystem, and they'll tell you what they're trying to do, who's in their family, like who they're working with. They'll tell you what their technology, like they really go into depth, like more than we ever could as YouTubers, because we did not create these projects. We just learned about these projects and invest our money. These projects are the people who are like created it from scratch, and they're telling you everything you need to know. So if you want to know about a distributed trust ecosystem, here you go. That's ontology. If you want to know about private communications layer, here you go with mainframe. So it's just all these things you can learn, all these things you could do. And when you're doing your own research, it's just better off, because when you're listening to a YouTuber, or you just listen to someone else tell you like, oh, okay, this project is good, if it doesn't do well in the long run, who can you really say is at fault? And you invested your money. Are you going to say, oh, the YouTuber person is at fault, or so-and-so, my friend, is at fault because they told me to invest because you didn't research it? Well, like, that's like saying, oh, you should go out and buy this because this is super cool. But then when you get it, it goes and breaks, and you didn't do your research and find out that the company was shit, or that the products that they were using were bad and cheap. So that's what I'm saying. You got to go and do your own research, guys, with these white papers. I will stress that, like, I don't know for how long, but you need to read your own white papers. Again, I didn't like doing it at first, but it is key to this game. If you don't read the white papers, you will not know what's going on in the blockchain technology world. You will not know what's going on in the cryptocurrency space. And you guys just want to be as well informed as you can, because this is a very new space. Anything can happen. And the one thing I hate for you guys is to get scammed, to just lose your money, just making dumb investment decisions. And that's what we're here to do. We're just here to learn. We're here to grow. We're here to basically get rich. And we can't do this, if we're not making wise decisions. So yeah, guys, that's really it. I'll actually be doing a deep dive. It's either going to be a deep dive into here, as you guys see, mainframe or ontology. I haven't invested in mainframe, just keeping that straight with you guys, just staying open. Ontology, I'm heavily invested too. Mainframe, I have not. I'm still thinking about it. But later this week, we'll be doing a deep dive into either of these coins. And yeah, so that's really it, guys. I hope you found some quality in this video. I hope you guys actually go on to use some of the stuff that I listed, whether you use all 3 steps, whether you just use 1 step. It doesn't matter to me. That's better than just sitting there listening for someone to say, oh, go invest in this coin and whatever. So I hope you guys have a great day. Check me out on the next video.